53 CV UHD2. It's a 5.3 inch screen. I found a view that I like that has all the information for just general runabout. It's got the depth shading on, so if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see all the colors in here, and you can set those on colors for depth ranges and stuff. I like to see that, and I like to see if I show this sonar, I can see the depth change really quickly. Over here on the right, I use the trip meter for basically fuel usage, so I know about how many miles a ski will do. This is a 07 VX110. So with my use, it seems to get about 6 miles a gallon. So how I mounted this is actually all ram mounts, and it just so happens that this mount is just long enough to sit on here, kind of, and it actually doesn't really move, which is awesome. This is a 1-inch diamond mount. I think this is their medium arm. It's either medium or long arm. It's about 6 inches, and yeah, so you need a 5/8. This is a 1/2 inch hole, but you really need a 5/8 inch hole to get those cables back through. It was a little work fishing them. There's a spot up here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's cables right here where they come through. So like the transducer and power, they come through here, and then I fished them all the way back. Yeah, with the seat off, I fished them all the way back here, and then I fished them forward up to the power. And the power is ran with basically a SAE cable, which I have a battery tender and a battery tender splitter. And so it's SAE, so it just plugs in, literally, so that's why you might have seen a plug up under there. And then the transponder, I did have to run the transponder. The transponder is actually in the hole back there, actually right in front of the battery, and it's in there with duct seal. I'll try to see if I can get a little quick video or picture of that. Alright, so here is the transponder. So I used about 1/2 pound of duct seal, and looks like missed a little bit in the front, but there it is in relation to the battery and stuff. And you see how I kind of ran these cables, so extra, but I've got a pump down there. That's an automatic bilge pump, and I've basically got it's wired into the battery. This is a battery cutoff switch, and it's got a SAE, then an SAE splitter, and then one goes to the pump, one goes forward, and this is the SAE cable that goes forward, and obviously it goes all the way forward. And then I was showing you earlier up there under the dash. See if I can show that real quick. So this is where the cables came from, the inside of the hole up through. There's a SAE right there, you can see it. And then basically the transponder cable, I had to run it basically, because of where this is located, I had to run it backwards. So I, with the seat off, had to run it backwards and then actually fish it back through, because you can't reach up under there with your arm or anything. But was able to fish it through with one of those yellow fiberglass, fish tools, wire fish tools. Pretty tight fit, but it works really good. And you can see, here's a little bit better look at this mount. This has just got 2 fender washers on the back of it, but if you look at it, it's not pulling on it, because it's not really supporting the weight. It's really just the mount's just keeping it in place. The ram mount's just keeping it in place. There's not I don't even notice it moving. I mean, it might vibrate a little bit, but it's not like it's bouncing up and down or something. But these are all standard parts. This thing, you can actually get a different one of these that mounts to these things. I don't know if that's necessary, but yeah, these are 1/4 inch bolts. So I did have to drill this ram mount out just a little bit to get those 1/4 inch bolts in there. Yep, there you go.